Hey, shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back. I thank you again for joining me. Hey, today I want to do an introduction on the book of Nehemiah in the Old Testament. This book is, in my view, in churches, not really talked about very much, quoted, or anything like that, but it's still a very important book. And it's also it's a important history book for the Jews. And I just think it's important that I read this to you if you're a beginner and want to know scriptures and what the books are about that you're studying or going to study. And I got it right here, so let me begin. Composition date is in between 440 and 425 BCE. While the book mentions no author, it is assumed by most biblical scholars that Ezra wrote the book. The book of Nehemiah is the 11th of the 12 books categorized as history. Being that Ezra and Nehemiah was originally one book in the Hebrew Bible, the Hebrew name is Ezra Nehemiah. The name Nehemiah means Yahweh has comforted. This book describes Nehemiah's return to Israel to oversee the Jews' rebuilding of Jerusalem and to restore proper worship through his reforms. Prior to his return, he was a cupbearer to the king Artaxerxes I. With the city's walls and gates in shambles, he petitions the king for permission to return to assist with its reconstruction. Also, Ezra renews the covenant between Yahweh and the people through reading and teaching the law and the repentance of Judah. As part of this national reawakening, several reforms are instituted in the priesthood, Sabbath observance, and marriage. So, yeah, Ezra, he's kind of referred to as the second Moses. Nehemiah's leadership, devoutness, integrity, and selflessness is a pattern for all peoples and ages. For instance, through his leadership, proper Sabbath worship is restored by eliminating commerce between the nations on the seventh day. His overall concern is to see the restoration and growth of Yahweh's truth in the nation of Judah. Such reform can be applied to a micro and macro level of worship, that from a personal devotion to a national awakening, basically. But that, I know that's short and everything. But that's what it describes the book of Nehemiah. And like I said, it's not a less important book. You don't hear about him very much when you go to your local churches or whatever. No quotes or anything about him. Usually it's a New Testament where they just talk about love the Lord and accept him in your heart, things like that. But each New and Old Testament, especially the Old Testament, they have critical, important spiritual information that you should read, heed, and everything else. That's the apostles, Yeshua and the apostles, they quoted from scriptures, and back in that time, the scriptures was the Old Testament. And Nehemiah and Ezra were pioneers to come back and have the strength, the proper integrity of being leaders to pull this off, to help out and restore what was once fragmented and broken up, invaded. But I just wanted to introduce this to you guys, and I encourage you Christians out there that's been reading the Bible, or if you haven't even been reading the Bible, hey, read through Ezra and Nehemiah. Read those books. I know we're not Jews or anything, but just read them through, and it's a history, but it's a history worth mentioning and heeding. And anyways, comment below, let me know what you think, and also please watch my other videos. I'm sure there's one or two out there that might catch your fancy. And also give me a big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. have some more videos coming out whenever. But anyways, thank you again for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Until we meet again, brothers, sisters, friends, peace out and shalom.